पहले आपको लिए चलते हैं, बरतानवी सफारती हुकाम प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस कर रहे हैं।
2019 is going to be a very busy year for British Airways. Not only are we returning here to Islamabad, but we are also celebrating our centenary, 100 years of flying. We'll be celebrating in style, sharing our heritage, and looking ahead to flying in the future. We will continue investing for our customers with the rollout of a £6.5 billion investment programme. This includes new aircraft, new cabins, new lounges, new catering, and new Club World bedding from sleep experts at the White Company. Next year, we will also launch our new business class seat with direct aisle access. We'll take delivery of 18 new aircraft, and we will continue to roll out the best live streaming Wi-Fi on flights across our network. This will enable our customers to sit back and enjoy films and TV shows from their favourite streaming services. All of us at British Airways could not be more pleased to be coming back to Pakistan, and we very much look forward to June next year when our first flight will touch down at your spectacular new airport. Thank you very much.
Robert, thank you. In a moment for people to ask questions, of which I'm sure there will be many. But before we do that, I wonder if I could turn to Mr. Bukhari and Mr. Darwood to say a few words from the government.
Sure. English?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I would of course first thank the Acting High Commissioner. I'd like to thank Robert for this wonderful announcement, which I believe is groundbreaking, and that's coming after over a decade for Pakistan. There's two major factors in this for Pakistan. One is that Pakistan, after so long, is bringing back an airline which always has put the safety of its crew, its passengers, its aircraft first. For British Airways to consider Pakistan now a destination where it feels safety is adequate enough, is good enough for them to come, and commercially to build a relationship with Pakistan, that it be in trade and other bilateral relations, it shows that Pakistan is finally finding its footplace in the world. So I think that's a huge achievement for where we want to be. It's a huge step for this government, that we've found stability in it, that it's given foreign investors that security to come back. That sense of security is vital for other various investments to come in. I think British Airways coming back after a decade just shows you where we were and how far we've come from, and the importance of the leadership that we're under. The second point is the connectivity factor. Airlines, British Airways is a prestigious airline, a well-known airline. It's one of the best in the world. But the fact is that it also shows that Pakistan is now becoming isolated and becoming more connected to the world. And that's the Pakistan we want to see. We want to see a Pakistan that's heavily connected with the world. Connectivity is the most important thing in the global platform where we live in today. And British Airways is one of the biggest steps and one of the best steps that we can imagine. I think being a Pakistani who's been born and bred in Britain, for me personally, I think this is a phenomenal step. And taking it further to the United States and all the Pakistanis that live across Europe, this is great news for them, and something that we're very keen on. And we thank you for this wonderful opportunity and coming back to Pakistan after a decade. We really thank you for considering Pakistan back onto the map of connectivity. I personally want to thank Will, because he's been a super support in this and really driven it through. And of course, our Honourable Minister, Mr. Rizal, will continue.
Richard, what a delight it is to be sitting here talking about what we are. And Robert, thank you ever so much for your announcement. But we've always had a very, very close relationship with the British Isles. And I myself, as many others, go there very frequently, and not only have we had historical ties, we've had cultural ties, and Britain is one of our leading investors, one of our trading partners. We have always valued British companies that have come here, British parliamentarians, and it is an ongoing relationship. And in that, there was a break that the British Airways left us, and here we are today. British Airways is coming back. And it's more than a testimony of the changing situation in Pakistan. It's a great symbol. British Airways has been at the forefront of this. I remember, I go back to the days of the BOAC. That's when I first flew on a British airline, what it was called a BOAC, and I had the privilege to be on their Concorde. I had the privilege of being on the Comet, and British Airways always has been a leading airline. And if I remember rightly, wasn't British Airways that brought in the first flatbed?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how the British Airways have been. And so coming to Pakistan, giving us all another choice. I don't know how PRA will feel, but I feel good as a passenger. Being able to go comfortably from here to London, and it's, I just can't say, it's going to be good for further investment, good for further trade, and good for more tourists coming out here. And when it gets around the world, known that British Airways has put their stamp on Pakistan, I'm sure it will put us one or two notches up as a country to do business with, to visit them. So thank you ever so much, and we will inshallah give you a very befitting welcome when you do arrive in June. Thank you very much.
Good. Well, thank you. Thank you. There you have it. A big day for British Airways, but a big day for Pakistan and for the UK as well. Now, I'm sure there'll be lots of questions. If I could ask people to raise your hand and introduce yourself in asking a question. If we could go to the gentleman over there first.
So Ruth will bring a microphone to you, so please wait until you get the microphone.
Just a question for BA Straz from Reuters news agency here. In regards to coming back here, obviously...
बरतानवी हक़ कमिश्नर बरतानवी सिफारतकार मुशीर तिजारत
इस्लामाबाद में बरतानवी सफारती हुकाम और मुआवन खुसूसी वज़ीर-ए-आज़म जुल्फ़ी बुखारी मुश्तरका न्यूज़ कॉन्फ्रेंस कर रहे थे, जिसमें ये कहा गया है कि ब्रिटिश एयरवेज़ ने पाकिस्तान के लिए फ़्लाइट ऑपरेशन दोबारा शुरू करने का फैसला किया है। 10 साल बाद पाकिस्तान से परवाज़ें दोबारा शुरू की जाएंगी। आइंदा साल जून से फ़्लाइट ऑपरेशन शुरू होगा। ब्रिटिश एयरवेज़ फ़्लाइट इस्लामाबाद से हीथ्रो ऑपरेट करेगी। नुमाइंदा ब्रिटिश एयरवेज़ की जानिब से ये कहा गया। इसके साथ साथ मुआवन खुसूसी वज़ीर-ए-आज़म जुल्फ़ी बुखारी भी यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं और उनका कहना है कि 1 दिहाई बाद ऑपरेशन बहाल करने पर ब्रिटिश एयरवेज़ का शुक्रगुजार हूँ।